Yun. Okay, so here is our the first lesson for the module 3, the glass and glazing. Okay, what is the significance of glass and glazing in the building construction? So firstly, it has several usage. We already know, or the purpose, no, of what a glass can do to the buildings, tama. So it allows entry of natural light, no? Come hand in hand yan ng ating natural ventilation. Okay, so if we have uh, glass and glazing in our buildings, basically it provides us the view, no, of exterior coming from your interior. Okay, and it has aesthetic factor also that gives a unique touch, no, within the building. Hindi lang siya box type or concrete type, no, which basically it has no windows, no, but still under the glass topic, kasama yan dun sa code natin na it is a requirement for a habitable room that it should have a window. So automatically, if you have window, you have one option, no, for a window is glass, no. It could be kasi may iba-ibang klaseng glass panels, but that we could utilize, no, during the construction. And as an architect, you must have a wide range of knowledge, no, in terms of what are the different types of glass, usage of it, and the main purpose, no, of glass. So it provides entry for the sunlight, no, that provide warmth, no, especially on the colder countries. So the disadvantage or the design consideration is, of course, it limits occupancy privacy. So, but there are so many technology and innovation on glass that could have the user to control what the exterior or the outside should be, or meron silang control kung makikita ba sila dun sa loob or hindi. So basically it has some innovations, no, regarding the designing of window with a glass, and it has lower resistance to thermal transmission, no? So it cannot be a conductor, in simpler term. So initial operating cost, so medyo may kamahalan talaga if you use glass, no, compared mo sa other types of materials. So we have first we must know what is the history of a glass and how it became, or how it discovered, no. So the early processes of glass is dated back on 10th century. So the first glass or types of glass are the crown glass, the cylinder glass. Okay, so those are the two early types of glasses. So we have crown glass. So a crown glass is a heated glass blown into a sphere. Okay, so it expanded through air, no, or compressed air. It became a crown glass. So as you can see, reheated and spun on Ponti, no, ito yon yung rod niyan. So it became the first manufactured glass, no, yung crown glass natin. And the sphere becomes a disc, no, isang manipis, no, na type of glass, cooled and cut into pieces. Saka pa lang siya dun ikakat, coming from the circular disc. Okay, so from there you have meron kang excess, no, or wastage pagdating dun sa cuttings ng ating mga glass. Then next is we have the cylinder glass. So it has swung like pendulum, no. Ang pagkakagawa naman sa kanya ay nakaswing, no? Ini-swing siya, suspended in the air, in the ceiling, and it's being swing like a pendulum. It is elongated into a cylinder, and the end cut off split lengthwise. So it could be reheated, opened, flattened into rectangular sheet, and cut into pieces. So ito na yung ang pinaka fundamental, no, of how do 10th century processes glass. So that is cylinder glass. So neither had high optical quality. So hindi pa siya gaano optimized or clear yung kanyang pagkakagawa. Hindi pa siya masyadong pulido. So continuation of glass history, we have also plate glass. Plate glass naman is introduced on 17th century. It is molten glass cast into frames. Kaya tinutunaw yung glass material, and it is being cast, no, kumbaga meron siyang molder, spread into sheet by rollers so that it can have a flat output, no? So that it can be wide range ang kanyang pwedeng makabitan. Okay, and the process of that is cooled, and each side is ground or polished so that meron siyang makinis, no, na finish. So large sheet of high optical quality, ito na yung much modern type, no, of a glass during that time, but it has several disadvantage. So it is costly, no, because until process was mechanized. Next type of glass is drawn glass. Drawn glass is replaced by cylinder glass in the early 20th century. So these are flat sheets, no, that is drawn, okay, directly from any molten glass container, and the production of this is highly mechanized. Gumagamit na sila ng heavy equipments or heavy machineries, no, for this. A drawn glass is also ground and polished, and it's to finish sheets of glass. Next is float glass. Float glass are processed and invented in 1959, no, in England, and has become the worldwide standard. So ito na yung pinaka isa sa mga wide range, no, production in 1959, yung float glass. So it has more mechanized type of manufacturing a glass. Ano na siya, parang widely used, no, during that time, and it has production process like it's being floated, kaya siya tinawag na float glass. So ito yung itsura ng kanyang diagram, which you can see here. There's the raw batch, no, na ini-input papasok dun sa glass tank natin or sa furnace. So iniinit to dito banda, no? So number 1 dito yung processes ng pagiging molten glass, or para siyang liquid type, no. Then it's being heated, no, all throughout another float bath, which it has a heater, no, on above and below. Okay, then pinapadaan siya dun sa liquid metal, and then yung last the second to the last is the annealing area, where tuloy-tuloy lang din yung pag-ikot ng rollers natin, to make it flat. Then after that, pinapalamig or cool down, then doon na siya kinakat na on the cutting sections on your desired length or desired dimension. So ito yung an example of a manufacturing area for float glass. Okay, it has surface parallel. Ang processes benefits it has a surface parallel. Kumbaga ano siya, precise no, kung flat or wavy. High optical quality comparable to plate, brilliant surface finish, economical, and virtually all flat glass are produced. So we have here terminologies for the glass natin. We have the glazing. So pag sinabi natin glazing, it's the act, no? Ito na yung paggawa or pag-install of a transparent material, usually glass, into an opening. So kaya siya tinawag na glass and glazing. So makikita niyo yan mostly sa mga tindahan ng glass, no? Glass and glazing aluminum products, no? So kaya siya tinawag na ganon kasi combination siya ng aluminum and glass. So pag tinawag natin glass and glazing, meron na siyang set, no? Nakaset na siya ng pwedeng aluminum, stainless, and any other material, no, to be combined with glass. Pwedeng glass and wood. Then ang manner of installation nun is natawag na glazing. So ang tawag sa taong nag-i-install nun is glazer, no? Tinatawag kang glazer if you are the one that installs the glass. It could be a window, it could be a door, it could be a curtain wall, no? Depende. Okay, next is lights, no? Lights, yung ilaw. So that's the one that has individual pieces of glass. So yun yung tawag sa kanya. So glass as a metal, the major ingredient for a glass is sand, no? Yung nakikita natin sa tabi ng dagat, no? So that's silicon dioxide. So the strength of that is it has individual fibers stronger than steel, okay, but less stiff. So hindi siya pwedeng kumbaga it cannot withstand with compression strength. So in larger sheet, microscopic imperfections inherent with manufacturing process significantly reduce its strength. Doon na siya humihina, no, sa pag-process on manufacturing a glass. So the cracks are propagate from this imperfection near the point of maximum tension. So these are the types of breakage: thermal stress, kung sobrang init; mechanical stress break, kung mishandled yung ating mga glass and glazing, so prone siya on cracking. Then to combat that, we have several thickness, no? Meron siyang 3 and 3/4 inches single strength, pero mas kilala yan yung thickness natin dito sa Pilipinas, ranging from 6 mm, okay, pinakanipis na yan, up to 16 mm, no? Yung thickness niyan. Okay, so for the railings, minsan nakikita nyo sa mga malls, di ba? May mga glass railings yan. So yung thickness niyan maybe somewhere around 10 mm to 12 mm. So sa bahay, kung may mga glass railings kayo sa bahay, minsan ginagawang 8 mm lang kasi hindi naman mauga or wala namang masyadong foot traffic na sa bahay. Yan. So pwedeng 8 mm, mga ganon. Okay. Sa windows naman natin, yung mga ordinary windows natin, pwede na yan yung 6mm. So, thickness required determined by size of glass, no, yung span. So, pwedeng, kung tuloy-tuloy kasi yung glass mo, it could require a much more larger thickness, no, of your glass. Kung isang wall siya na puro glass, kailangan mas makapal, no. Siyempre, may mga lateral forces na factor, no, regarding a continuous glass. So, kailangan mas makapal yung kanyang thickness. Maximum design or wind load kung gagamitin siya sa bintana. Acceptable breakage rate, no, the most always some breakage. So, natural talaga, no, sa glass na masira or mabasag. Ang pinakaiba lang nun is what type of film ba yung ginamit in order to be more safe, no, sa gumagamit. At saka lang yung location ng glass, no. May mga glass kasi na located above the head and or within the, meron ding namang eye level or dun lang sa baba. So, pwede na yun, no, yung type of glass na hindi masyadong mahal in terms of composition, kasi may different composition din naman kasi yung glass. So later ma-discover natin yan. We have type of testing in our glass. We have wind test. So it is being used, no, for high story buildings, which basically isa sa sumisira ng glass natin is yung malakas na hangin, no? Especially here in the Philippines, we have strong typhoons. So if you have 24-story condo, yung pinaka top nun is most prone, no, sa strong winds. Kaya meron tayong wind test na ginagawa for us to know if the glass can withstand on the strong typhoons. Ito na yung sinasabi natin, no? We have different kinds of glass. Firstly is the tempered glass. So, we have two types of tempered glass. We have ordinary glass or yung tinatawag nating annealed. So, si annealed is a glass cooled slowly under controlled conditions to avoid internal stresses. Okay? So, coming from your manufactured raw materials, just like the float glass, no, it's being cooled pero much more slower, no, slowly under controlled conditions. While the tempered glass naman is like annealed, that is reheated, no, kumbaga pinalamig mo siya tapos nireheat mo so that the strength of an tempered glass is much more stronger than the annealed glass. Surface cooled rapidly, core cooled more slowly, and induce permanent compressive strength in edge face and tensile strength in the core. So the result of it is 4 times stronger in bending and more resistant thermal and stress impact. Kaya yung ginagamit usually, no, sa mga lobby, especially sa mga malls, sa mga frontage, sa mga lobbies ng hotels, and dun malapit sa maraming tao, kasi more movement, more vibrations, tama? So, tempered glass ang the best type of glass na pwede natin gamitin on that certain areas. So, when a tempered glass break, it suddenly release an internal stress. So, it produces small squared edge particle or opposed to sharp jagged pieces. So, there are two types, no? Yung annealed natin, pag nag-crack yung annealed natin, yung crack niyan is something like this, no? Malalaki. Yan. So, pag nag-crack siya, it's more hazardous pag nilagay natin siya dun sa mga matataas na area. Tulad ng railings, railings ng second floor, third floor, or much more higher. Kaya hindi recommended si annealed na ilagay sa mas mataas na area. Kung pwede siya, kung maglalagay ka lang ng annealed kung dun sa mga ground floors or hindi, basta hindi siya walang higher elevation si annealed. Kasi alam mo, pag nabasag si annealed, pwede siyang maka-cut, no? Kasi pag annealed glass, masyadong matalas, no? While si tempered glass naman, tempered natin. Pag nabasag si tempered natin, yung crack nun is, kung may crack man siya, marami or kumpul-kumpul, no? So, parang ganyan yung itsura niya. Okay? So, hindi siya delikado kahit ilagay mo siya dun sa matataas na areas, no? So, hindi siya tuloy-tuloy, no? Kung meron mang matamaan, kung may isang area na tamaan, nandyan lang siya, no? Paganyan lang yung crack niya, no? So, hindi siya safe siya gamitin kahit sa mga higher elevations. Okay? The strength and breakage of characteristics make it well suited for exterior doors, floor to ceiling sheet of glass. Kaya sabi ko kanina, pwede siya kahit overhead, no? All glass doors, glass walls like basketball courts, basketball backboards. So tempered glass yung nakikita nyo sa mga official basketball courts, no, na ginagamit on, kasi mataas, 'di ba, yung backboard nun. Tempered glass yung ginagamit doon. So the disadvantage of a tempered glass is more costly. Process may cause noticeable distortion. Cutting and drilling must be prior to tapering. So yan, example natin for an tempered glass, no. So ginagamit usually siya sa mga wall to ceiling heights, no, ng mga glass natin. So imagine mo pag gumamit ka ng annealed dyan, napakadelikado, no. If ever na magkaroon man ng konting earthquakes or magkaroon ng high foot traffic on that area kasi lobby, no. So pag nag-crack siya, napaka high risk, no, sa mga users ng ating buildings. Next is we have heat strength glass. So sa heat strength naman, it's substitute for tempered glass but in a low cost manner. But the heat strength glass is less of the desirable qualities of tempered. It has lower strength, less desirable to breakage characteristic. And the process of it has a similar, however, it has low induced stress, less strength, only twice as annealed, and breakage characteristic is more similar to annealed. So nasa gitna siya ng annealed tsaka ng tempered glass, no? C high strength glass when in terms of strength, no? Yan, nasa gitna siya. Next is laminated glass. Okay, so ito na yung ginagamit natin in the modern buildings, no? Because it has something to do with layers of glass, and from the word itself, it has a laminate, no? Kumbaga naka-sandwich yung ating glass dyan. It has a transparent interlayer. Normally or typically ginagamitan ng PVB layer. So it has between layers of glass can be multi-layers bonded under heat and pressure. And this PVB or polyvinyl butyral is soft interlayer, can be clear, pwedeng may color or pattern, improve resistance to sound transmission, and upon breaking, PVB holds pieces of glass together. So kahit mabasag man yung laminated glass natin, hindi siya babagsak or hindi siya kakalap, no? Kung mabasag man yung laminated glass natin, kasi meron siyang polyvinyl sheet, no, na nakaakap sa kanya. Kung masira yung polyvinyl itong PVB na to, dun lang siya magsa-scatter. Pero yung itsura niyan, it's more like a tempered glass din, no? Maliliit yung kanyang tapon. Anyway, kung nasa loob ng laminated glass is annealed, so yung ano nun, yung ano nga yun, yung crack nun is malalaki, no? Pag nilaminate mo yung annealed. Pero pag ang pinaka the best kasi na combination is tempered glass and laminated, eh. No? Tempered and laminate. Kaya siya tinawag na laminated glass. So the usage of it is for the skylights, no, overhead glazing. Now imagine mo pag gumamit ka ng annealed dyan, no, on the skylight, napakadelikado in case of disaster, no? And it reduces noise like hospitals, classroom, etc. Kasi meron siyang PVB na sheet. Security glass typically has multiple layers. So kung nakita nyo, this is only one layer. So kung it could be multiple layer pa with glass and PVB. So ganun siya kapal, pwede. Hurricane resistant glass. So ito yung isa, no? Ito yung itsura ng laminated and tempered. Kaya ano siya, the best combination when it comes to high impact areas or hazardous areas, no? Just like this one. So it's a test, no? Large missile impact test. Ini-strike yung glass, no, for be able to see how it reacts, no, on a collision. So yan, ito yung itsura niya. So fragmented into smaller pieces but it doesn't shattered. Okay, that is laminated and tempered. Next is we have fire-rated glass, no? Si fire-rated glass are the one that is being used on fire-rated doors. Yung nakikita natin sa fire exit, no? 'Di ba yung window natin, the door, yung door natin, mayroong area diyan for glass, no? May isang portion diyan sa taas na ito na lang example tayo dito. Yan. So pwedeng may isang area diyan na naka-glass. So kung you can notice the glass that it has a wire, no, na naka-crisscross, that's basically, or it is a fire rated glass, no? Especially tempered glass rated for 20 minutes with heat resistance, no, of 20 minutes. The wire glass has a mesh of wire in glass rated for 45 minutes. Yan yung nakikita ninyo naka-crisscross or naka-interlock, no? Yan ay wire glass, no? The most common one. But then again, yung general term niyan is fire-rated glass. And optical quality ceramics for 20 minutes to 3 hours yung kanyang fire-rated. So ito yung itsura ng isang wire glass. Spandrel glass. So yung spandrel glass is an interior face type of glass, no? It has a ceramic base, paint with pigment glass particle, heated tempered form a ceramic, and it could be opaque, light, match or contrast the other glass, and the purpose of it is conceal structure behind glass curtain wall. Kung you have a para din siyang tinted kasi, no? If you are trying to conceal, no, the privacy of a certain location and area, pwedeng magkaroon ng spandrel glass before the actual glass, no, na naka-install. Ito yung itsura niya. Naka-shut off yung glass sa likod. Okay? So, it's the view from the inside. So that hindi siya masyadong exposed, no, sa outdoor. Yan. Yung itsura naman niya from the outside. Another example of a spandrel glass. So, on an exterior naman, no, na view. So, another type of glass is tinted and reflected glass. Isa to sa mga widely used on cars, bedrooms, and also sa CR. So, it has characteristic that can reduce glare from the sunlight, reduce solar heat gain, and it's more architecturally pleasing. So a clear float glass naman, as you can see here, we have a study here that shows how a sunlight pass through a clear float glass. No? So as you can see, there is sunlight passing through the glass inside, and the sunlight factor, or the sunlight that enters the room, is only 85% because some of the sunlight is being reflected outside. And it also has some factor that is being absorbed and radiated as heat. So kung, as you can notice kasi, if your room is made of glass all throughout, mapapansin mo na the room is super heated, kasi most of the sunlight enters and being absorbed by the glass, by the glass itself, and ini-emit niya on the inside and outside. While in a tinted glass naman, so kung kanina, this is a clear float glass, ito naman yung how a tinted glass behave, or ano ba yung reaction ng tinted glass natin if matamaan siya ng sunlight. So for this one, for a tinted glass, malaking tulong yung kanyang reflective characteristic, in order to be reflected most of the sunlight outside your building. So the only thing is it has 14 to 75 na heat gain inside. The result of it is lower cooling cost, less sunlight, and glare for the people on the users. Several processes of a tinted glass. It has chemical added to the molten glass so that it can have a reflective type of finish, and it has several colors available. Yan. Ito yung mga ito yung mga examples ng mga tinted glass natin. While the one here is a clear and tinted glass. Makikita mo, it's a clear float glass from the outside up to the inside. Kita exterior. Lightly tinted glass. Anyway, ang tinted natin, meron siyang intensity. Pwedeng shut off talaga 100%, hindi mo makikita yung loob. And there are several adjustments you can do for a tinted glass. Pwedeng 75 lang or 50%, yung pwedeng makita. Although makikita ka pa naman sa loob, pero reduced na yung kanyang transparency. This one is also another example of a lightly tinted glass and a well tinted glass. It's very reflective, as you can notice here in our example. Alright, another type of glass is a reflective glass. So it's like a thin film of metal or metal oxide placed on the surface of the glass. It has film, reflective on sunlight, reduce solar heat gain, change appearance, like colored mirror effect, can be replaced on either face, however often on the inside face, sa inside face. Reflective glass. So kung ang area mo is directly directly hit by the sun, pwede kang maglagay ng reflective film so that most of the solar heat gain will be reflected outside. Hindi siya papasok in the inside, no, of your building. Pero the problem with that is you are giving back or bouncing back, no, the heat of the sun to the pedestrians naman. Yun yung pinaka-disadvantage nun. So this is the example of a reflected glass. It's like a mirror light, no? Mirror type glass, no? Kung titignan natin. Yan. Very reflective. Para siyang salamin. So masakit yan sa mata if ever na magkaroon man ng bounce back, no, to the pedestrians or to the motorist. So strategic dapat yung paglalagay nito, especially on tall buildings and large buildings, no. Pwede kasing yung loob ng building mo is okay, maayos, pero pag sa labas ka naman para kang niluluto kasi nga most of the sunlight is being reflected outside of the building. So, sobrang init sa labas. Yun yung pinaka-disadvantage nun. Tawag natin dyan is heat island effect. Some more example of the buildings that uses reflective glass. Alright, there's a computation for the shading coefficient. Just for you to know that there is a how to determine the glass range or the tinted range, no, of a certain glass, no, by knowing its shading coefficient. It has several tests, no, for you to get the heat gain of a glass type that you are trying to use and the heat gain through clear. So yun, you could do the shading coefficient. Visible transmittance, no? The measurement of transparency of a glass to visible light. So yan yung kanyang yung tawag, no, for the measurement of transparency. Visible transmittance. So these are the terms that the glass industry is using. Glazing luminosity efficacy, KE. Higher KE means high amount of solar heat block, no, yung kaya niyang i-block. Higher KE, sometimes it is being rated as R rated, no. For ito naman, for the glazing luminosity, high KE yung ginagamit. Pag low naman is similar amount of solar heat and sun block darkened interiors, no, like bronze, gold, and gray. So there are transmissions, no, of a glass thermal transmission. So we have single glass pane, ganyan yung kanya thickness, 1-inch polystyrene and well insulated wall. Okay, so these are the advantage of glass: higher initial operating cost and reduced comfort. So pwedeng maganda tingnan pero mahal, no, on the cost. If the cost is not the problem, you could use more glass. So insulating glass, it has 2 or more glass separated by an air space, like double glazing, triple glazing. Kung ang tinatawag nating glazing is 3 layer, meron siyang air pocket in the ito. May gap, no? Ito yung air gap na sinasabi natin. May gap siya in between glass spacer and another glass. So there's a space here, no? Air space. So that pag dumaan dyan yung init natin, it will be trapped before going inside your home or inside your building. So that's how an insulating glass work. So there's an air space for dry air or inert gas such as argon. So yun yung ini-emit kasi, no, ng gas natin, ng glass natin. So there's a sealant here. No, it seals the unit and prevent air escape and moisture penetration. So this is the example, no, of how an insulated glass is looks like, no, insulated glass in a tinted. Yan. There's a space in between. Kung notice mo, this is your glass 1 and this is your glass number 2. There's a space in between, as you can visibly see, no, pero naka-wrap naman kasi siya, no, naka-wrap, kaya siya naka-hold in place para hindi siya, or ready na siya for installation. Metal spline, so some of the buffers natin, and sealant, no? Low E glass, no? Ito yung sa mga efficient buildings, no? Kumbaga efficient buildings, more concern on the consumption of electricity, mechanical inside the building. Kung konti lang kasi pumapasok sa building na init, no, coming from the outside, basically hindi masyadong hahabulin ng air conditioner na magpalamig kasi nga hindi, or maliit yung heat gain coming from the outdoor environment. So using a low E glass improves thermal performance, like ultra thin transparent metallic coating, generally placed on number 2 or 3 position in insulating glass, and the number 4 position is laminated glass. No, kung nakikita nyo dito, it has several layers, no? A low E glass has several layers with reflected selected wavelengths of light and heat radiation. So medyo technical na siya. And the result of that is reduced heating and cooling load that increases comfort. Kahit hindi ka na gumamit ng, or kung gagamit ka man ng air conditioner, ano lang, on moderate, hindi siya hirap na magpalamig ng kwarto. Ito. So as you can see here, if you do or added some mitigations, no, how to reduce heat gain. So ito yung result, no, of the data that they obtained from PPG glass. They added argon, it increases 30%. They added special spacer, no, space in between, it has 6% improvement. They added low E glass with a whopping of 33% improvement for the thermal heat gain. Okay. Okay, glass with changing properties. So ito yung parang sa salamin natin, sa salamin ng mata, no? Thermochromatic glass, darker when warm by the sun, kung natatamaan siya ng sunlight, so that hindi siya maka-gain ng heat, no, coming from the outside. Photochromic, darker when exposed to bright light. Electrochromic, changes transparency with electricity. Photovoltaic, generates electricity from sunlight. So ito yung mga changing properties, no, ng isang glass. Next is self-cleaning glass. So madalas na natin naririnig to. If you have coating of titanium oxide, so itong titanium oxide na to is additive na to pagdating sa glass natin. So pag mayroon siyang coating na titanium oxide, pag naulanan siya, basically the dust, no, especially di ka naman, anyway, may naglilinis naman sa tall buildings, pero pag smart building kasi yung concern mo, pwede kang gumamit ng self-cleaning glass, no, so that pag naulanan siya, automatically malilinis na siya on its own. And it also have catalyst, no, allowing sunlight to turn organic dirty into carbon dioxide and water. Next is plastic glazing sheet. Ina-add din to with acrylic and polycarbonate, more expensive and high coefficient thermal expansion. Alright, so ito yung profile, no, of how a glass is being installed. Okay, pwede tayo mag-consider ng design consideration. So it has low stress from wind loading, low stresses from thermal expansion, like this one. It has several additionals, no, for you to be able to have a glazer points with putty. So ito yun. Wood stop. Ito yung nilalagay nating seal sa baba for that hindi siya magalaw. Snap in glazing beads and synthetic rubber gasket. So ito yung kanyang profile. Alright, wait lang. Alright, ano ba? Glass support, ano to? Synthetic block, pwede siya on the sides, centering shims. Okay, pag meron siyang film, frame pala, I mean. So, pwede ka gumamit ng setting blocks, no, on the side and centering shims on the center para hindi siya gumalaw. Okay. Then, next is a profile of a window. As you can see here, we have your mullion, your bite. Itong bite na to, dito na nilalagay yung glass mo. Okay. Ay, sorry. Dito na yung glass mo nilalagay. So, pag ganyan. So, the bite is too little pop out, too much stress with glass deflection, etc. So, the gasket, itong black material na to is the gasket 1. Like the seals of the glass, the first line of defense from the harsh weather. And isolates the glass from abrasion para hindi siya gumalaw. Anchorage to mullions, dry glaze light using compression. So, sorry. Etong area na to mismo, ito na yung glass mo. Naka-ano na pala to, laminated, laminated glass. So, ito yung itsura niya when we do our mullions being anchored on the structure. So, hindi talaga dun mismo sa glass, no, kumakapit. Dun siya sa mullion. Ito yung mullion. Ito yung kumakapit dun sa concrete mo, no? So dun siya nagfi-fix, no? So dinadala niya lang yung glass mo. Hindi mismo yung glass yung kumakapit sa building or di mismo siya dun nakakabit, no, sa glass. Kasi gumagalaw kasi yung building So madaling masisira yung glass mo pag kinabit mo siya directly on your building. Ito yan, insulated glass, no? Double wall, no? May wall siya, may glass siya dun sa loob, may glass sa labas. Then it has gasket, no? So that firm, no, yung kanyang pagkakapit. Then we have retainer compression strips installed also. Finish installation of a glass mullion in a wall. So, kumbaga curtain wall siya. So, hindi kasi makakatayo yung glass natin na isang buong tayo. Meron dapat siyang backing or a frame na hahawak sa kanya. Lock strip. So, lock strip gasket is the one that the first line of defense against weather. So nilalagay siya on the sides or the corners, no, of your glass. Section, no, of a structural silicone flush glazing. Structural silicone flush glazing. Ito yung finished product na niya. Yan. So, ano siya? Malinis tignan. Butt joint glazing. So, isa din to sa mga technique, no? With head and seal with conventional frames, vertical mullions are eliminated and vertical joints are cocked. So, ito yung example ng a butt joint glazing. So, ganyan. Next is truss-like mullion. So, para siyang drainage, no, or whips para hindi mag-leak yung in case man na makapasok yung tubig natin. So para siyang triangular, no, type of support, no, into our glass. Yan, may drip mold siya. Drip mold, kung kahit makapasok man ng tubig dito, magsisip siya dito within your seal. So, meron siyang area for the dropping of water. So, we have different kinds of mullion colors. Pwede siyang coated, white, colonial, metal finish, etc. Glass support anchorage, no? So, kung nakita nyo tong mga bilog-bilog na to, tawag natin dyan is spider patch. Spider patch are the one that supports the edge, no? So kung nakikita nyo, para siyang spider, no? Yan, no, sa likod, no? Yan, may bilog lang siya dyan so that may support siya papunta sa concrete. Kikita nyo ba? Yan. Yan. Metal yan, no, na nag-i-interlock, no, ng ating glass, no. So every corner of the glass, kung malaki yung glass na naka-install, every corner of the glass meron siyang spider patch. Spider patch. Like for the suspended glazing system. Alright, structural glazing system, exterior, yan, interior, glass mullion tempered. Ito yung support niya, oh, in a large glass. So, usually nakikita niyo yan sa mga malls, conventions, or any other areas, no, like BPOs, kung gumagamit sila ng curtain wall. So ito yung isa pa, no? Every gap, no, of your glass, support siya, no, na para hindi siya pangit tignan. Kasi pangit naman na lagyan mo siya ng mullion kung ano siya, pure glass from the outside to the inside. Okay, methods of compensate for poor thermal properties, double and triple glazing, low e-coating, low conductivity, etc. Building codes, okay. Codes concerned with structural adequacy for wind and impact loads, providing natural light, habitable rooms. Okay, 10% of the total area of your room. Yung minimum opening ng windows natin. Safety concerns with breakage like skylights, overhead glazing, or near door, clear sheets glass that could be mistaken for an opening. So watch out for that. Prevention of fire, maximum glaze area with fire glass, and energy consumption. So those are the codes that you need to understand first before designing, no, what type of glass is being used for a certain project. Okay, so thank you so much. No, that's the end of this presentation. Kindly stand by for further instructions. Thank you.